Hello, my name is Cecilia and this is The Know. Here are today's top stories. The UK has signed a defence and security agreement with Australia. Brit drug mule Lindsay Sandiford could be spared firing squad in Bali, and Luke D'Wit is sentenced for murdering a couple with fentanyl. Keep watching to find out more. Foreign Secretary Lord David Cameron is in Australia with Defence Secretary Grant Shapps as part of Australia-UK ministerial consultations. The two secretaries met with Australian Foreign Minister Penny Wong and Deputy Prime Minister and Minister for Defence Richard Marles. During his visit, Cameron highlighted the increased partnership between the two countries and how over the years it has become much stronger. Cameron also highlighted the AUKUS submarine deal, a trilateral security deal between Australia, UK and US.
Which is just such an important development for both our countries in terms of both manufacturing and security and cooperation. The second point is, I think the discussions we've had don't just show that we share analysis or that we share values, we share both those things, but I'd also say we share a pretty concrete and clear plan of action that we're going to support Ukraine, as you've just said, in its vital fight in resisting Russian aggression.
The deal will see the UK and US help Australia build nuclear power submarines as well as cooperate on AI technology. It was announced during the visit that British firm BAE System has won the contract to help build the nuclear-powered submarines, with Australia earmarking billions of dollars for the project. Secretary of State for Defence Grant Shapps signed a new security agreement with his Australian counterpart Richard Marles on Thursday. The Defence Secretary highlighted that the new deal would strengthen the partnership between the two countries to meet the challenge of a more dangerous world. Drug mule grandmother Lindsay Sandiford could be spared from facing firing squad as new legislation in Indonesia could see her death sentence be reduced to just a jail term. The 67-year-old grandmother has been on death row since 2012 after being found guilty of trying to smuggle £1.6 million worth of cocaine into Bali in her suitcase. A prison source said, "All people with a death sentence had a visit from the department that deals with inmates. They were informed the authorities would be implementing the new law. Those with a capital punishment sentence should then have it commuted to a prison term. It means if Lindsay can survive until 2025, she will never be shot. If her sentence is reduced to a jail term, lawyers could argue for her to be extradited back to the UK, where she could be set free on the basis of time served." And finally, Luke D'Wit has been sentenced to 37 years in prison for the murder of Essex couple Stephen and Carol Baxter. Detective Inspector Lydia George of Essex Police reacted to the sentencing outside of the court.
For almost a year, we have been determined to secure justice in its entirety, and today marks the conclusion of one of the most complex investigations undertaken at Essex Police. 37 years in prison is a significant time, and there will not come a point where he will have spent more than his life in jail than not. Today, though, it's not about Luke D'Wit. It's about Carol, Stephen, and it's about their family. We know nothing will bring Carol and Stephen back. We know nothing can give the family back their loving mother, sister and grandmother, or their generous father, brother and grandfather.
The couple were found dead at their home in Mersey Island in April last year. Autopsy results showed that the couple had large quantities of fentanyl in their systems. Police arrested Luke D'Wit for the murders of the couple on suspicion of poisoning them with the opioid drug.
Luke, the reason we're here today, mate, is I'm going to have to arrest you, mate, alright? And that's on suspicion of murder. Alright, as part of a police investigation, you've been identified as being a suspect in relation to the deaths of Caroline and Stephen Baxter, 27th and 9th of April 2023, alright? Okay. So that means you don't have to say anything, but may harm your defence. If you do not mention when questioned, something you may later on in court, anything you do say may be evidence. That's so we can interview about the offence, enable any forensics that we need to be done, prevent any interaction with any co-defendants, alright, and to prevent any loss of damage or any evidence. Yeah. Alright.
Luke had murdered the couple after duping them under the fake persona of a US-based endocrinologist. A fake will was written by Luke a day after the millionaire couple were murdered, giving himself significant control. The sentencing comes after Luke was found guilty of murder on Wednesday, with the jury taking 8 hours to come to a unanimous guilty verdict. Thanks for watching The Know. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to The Mirror for more daily news updates.